Dr. Greg Hurst is here to talk about pet health and answer your pet questions on our Facebook page. Dr. Hurst, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, first off from Christine, she writes, we have a 9-year-old lab mix that has a lot of bumps all over her body. What could they be and what is their lifespan?
Well, you know, without actually seeing the bumps, it's very difficult to pin that down. But, you know, a 9-year-old dog, a lab, you know, if it's overweight at all, sometimes they can get these fatty growths called fatty tumors or lipomas. And a lot of times they'll get multiple ones of those, and they're pretty bumpy. But really what she should do is have her veterinarian take a look at them and just, you know, decide whether they need to aspirate them to pin it down more or what they might be. Lifespan on a Labrador, you know, is usually in the 13 to 15 year range.
Gotcha. Now Linda writes to us, my 11-year-old dog has decided to all of a sudden go to the bathroom in the hallway. He has changed his habit from going on the puppy pad. Any advice?
The first thing you'd want to do is rule out any kind of medical cause. A lot of times they can have low-grade urinary infections, which will give them a lot of different sensations, and so they get upset about things, so they'll choose other areas to go. So I would certainly have a veterinarian look at the urine sample and see if there's signs of any infection or anything. The other thing too is, you know, when you use the puppy pads in the house, it sounds like she's been using them for a long time. You're training the dog it's okay to go in the house, and so there can be other little variables happening in the house that may be influencing the dog. May want more privacy in the hallway. You know, it's hard to say, but you know, discussing it with your veterinarian can help you pin that down a little bit.
So advice for people who are just getting a pet is when they're training them to go to the bathroom in the house, not the best idea.
It really isn't. I mean, sometimes you got a really tiny dog and the weather's terrible. You know, maybe initially you can get away with that for a little bit. But really, you're not doing yourself or the dog any favors down the road.
Gotcha.
You know.
All right, Dr. Hurst, thanks for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.